That earthquake nearly 140 years ago, a 7-point earthquake on the Richter scale, devastated downtown Charleston, killing 83 people. But the Lowcountry is much more populated now, and many more homes are closer to where that earthquake actually happened.
Pretty much every brick building in Charleston was damaged. Every chimney in town fell down. The wood frame buildings did pretty well, although some of them, those brick foundations and their brick chimneys were damaged.
Stephen Jomay is an associate professor of geology at the College of Charleston. He's an earthquake expert.
The problem with the earthquake being in 1886 is we had no seismographs at the time, right? We don't have a clear mark on the ground where the fault reached the Earth's surface.
That's one reason Jomay and his students are working on a 2-year project with Georgia Tech. They placed 19 of these temporary seismometers at various locations in the Charleston area beginning in June.
There's a sensor buried in the ground, right? You can see the solar panel with a GPS clock, so power and time, and then a bin for the electronics to actually record it.
Data from these 19 seismometers, along with the 4 permanent seismometers that were already in place, will help in several ways,
which will allow us to get a very precise location of these earthquakes.
So how will data that pinpoints the exact location of the fault in Somerville help to prepare us for a potential earthquake in the future?
With that information, we can give it to the engineers who can better design buildings for an earthquake on that fault.
So what can you do if an earthquake happens? If you're in a wood frame building,
the best thing to do is what we call the drop, cover, and hold drill.
Basically drop down and get under something that might protect you from falling objects. But do not try to run outside.
Because if the earthquake is strong enough to knock something down, you're not going to be able to run outside anyway. It's just going to knock you off your feet. For your property, get earthquake insurance.
So I went to Monk's Corner to talk to Peggy Pinnell, a State Farm insurance agent.
You know, Raymond, in the time that I've been here, I've seen hurricanes, I've seen tornadoes, I've seen water rising rapidly. I've not seen an earthquake.
That's one reason, she says, many people don't even have coverage for an earthquake.
Unless your policy is endorsed specifically with earthquake coverage, you will not have earthquake coverage on your house. Your car is a different story. If you have comprehensive coverage, then you would have coverage for an earthquake.
I can't tell you when the big earthquake's going to be. I wish I could. That Nobel Prize would look great on the wall. If I could predict earthquakes, I can't. So you just have to be prepared and assume they'll happen anytime.
We have more information on the potential for a strong earthquake to happen here in the Lowcountry at counton2.com. In Somerville, I'm Raymond Owens, Count on 2.